right, welcome back to Lower Class Podcast. This is Ziggy.
It's Pony.
Yeah, this is going to be episode 34. And there's a couple of things we wanted to talk about. Number one, we're actually getting a lot more viewers on our podcast now compared to before. Because, I don't know, I guess it was a slow process transitioning from video to audio. And I guess people are starting to get used to the fact that we don't want to do video.
People panic when there's no video.
Yeah, even though people do recommend us or they suggest us to have video instead of audio.
And we thank you guys for watching us and, giving us some comments. Doesn't matter what it is. We appreciate that. We do appreciate that. Trust me. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of comment it is. You go ahead and do it. We will respond. But, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, of course, we got a new subscriber on our YouTube channel. I don't know. I guess our YouTube channel is doing a lot better because we had it first compared to our Mixcloud channel. So there's more viewers and more subscribers there versus the Mixcloud. Mixcloud doesn't have that many. It probably has maybe.
It's like the old version of. It's an old version of SoundCloud, no? Because Mixcloud, SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's like a free version of SoundCloud.
Sounds like it. Yeah,
it's true. Like the audio version of YouTube for just audio.
True.
Yeah.
So our transition from the video to the audio was more because there's a lot of rendering and a lot of editing.
Yeah, there's way too much editing because we don't use an actual camcorder. We use
webcam-ish.
We use a 1080p webcam, which is an HD webcam, and when I render it on our editing software here, it takes too long. It takes like almost the whole day. It takes the whole day to actually render it and get the video just right, and then after the process is over, I have to wait a little bit more, like a few more hours, so they could convert it into like MP4, which is a video file, and then upload it to YouTube. And uploading to YouTube doesn't take that long, maybe like a couple of hours. But since we decided not to do video anymore and just audio, it cut our time in half. So at least there's not that much editing we have to do on the audio. Just maybe cut some minor parts where there's like too much noise in the background, or if my dog's barking, or there's parts we're not saying anything,
Not only that, I mean, just the camera thing, it's awkward positioning. It's because it looks kind of weird. A bunch of people just, being huddled in one area. Yeah. And then, that was kind of...
I mean, maybe eventually if we get more comments about it, if people tell us, we prefer the video versus the audio, or maybe we'll do both, one audio and then one video,
Yeah, and then, I mean, what I want to do too is the whole double camera thing, What do you mean? Like, I mean, one camera and then one camera facing the other person.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting to do that, but it's just, again, it is a lot of fucking...
That's a lot of editing.
Yeah, it is a lot of editing. It's...
That's if we actually get this thing rolling and we're actually making income off of this. Maybe we could hire people to do that.
No, fuck that shit.
Because
I'd rather just do it ourselves, because I'm not saying that. It's just... That's... I mean, we always strive to go on a higher goal, but I prefer the realism about it. It's like we're gonna have to do it ourselves.
Yeah, for the most part, since we started this podcast, we did do everything ourselves, and we still do now. Like, for those of you that don't know what we do, you think we just record the podcast, but there's other things too that's involved with that. See, for me, I'm one of the co-hosts for this podcast. It wasn't my idea to start this podcast. It was Pony's, because he hit me up at work one time, like, hey, you want to start a podcast? Sure, blah, blah. So anyways, a couple of months down the road, we actually started getting going. And I'm the one that's actually editing all the video. Well, when we did video, fucking dog. When we did video, I was doing all the editing for that, rendering it, making sure that it's clear enough, it's not too bright, not too dark. And after we stopped doing video, that's when we started doing audio, and that's when our editing time was shortened a lot. So it's a lot to do, you know. Editing is not fucking easy.
And it's really hard to find a space to do it. It's like really hard. I mean, it's kind of
yeah, because you know, when I was editing video before, it would take me hours. Compared to audio, it only take me like maybe less than an hour.
True.
Which isn't that bad, you know.
And then we do get, you know, again, you know, a couple of people have given us a lot of opinions. And it's not, you know, yes, my girlfriend and a friend. It's more. It's been more than one time. Remember, like even Josh from I Am Podcast had said the same thing. He's like, you guys not doing.
I Am Comics.
Oh, yeah, I Am Comics. Sorry, no, I Am. My bad. I Am Comics, guys. I Am Comics. But yeah, he said. Remember the text when I was texting him that day? That's like, well, he said the same thing. You're not doing video no more. Like really, like that's preposterous. What the fuck are you doing? You know,
it's because we started on video.
Yeah,
that's
no,
why.
And it's true. Yeah.
See, with a podcast like I am Comics, he started with just audio.
Yeah, and then but he's trying to strive to video. You get me?
Yeah.
So his goal.
Wait, how does he plan on doing that? He's recording it on the webcam or
no. He has the same microphone that we gave him. He's still doing it on that.
Yeah, but when he transitions into video,
I think he edits it. But I mean, you heard it. He literally just edited it. I'm pretty sure. But he's trying to go to the video. But I forgot what he said. Something about being broke. Not broke. It's more like I don't think he.
Well, especially if you want a good camcorder. If he's trying to do it that way, or if he's trying to do it with a webcam, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, if he wants to transition a video, we could give him I could give him my old webcam before the first one we bought. Before you found that one at Somerset.
Yeah.
The other one, the 720p, that one's just as good too.
True. But you know, yeah, like his goal is to do that. But I think the reason he hasn't started is more of it's because it's a big jump. There's a big jump from conversating to somebody and being comfortable to going to video when people are watching you.
Oh yeah, because it's different. Yeah.
It's like that awkward public bus ride, and someone's staring at you. It's like, oh shit, what do I? You know, it's type of. I mean, just think about it as like an awkward stare at you because it's a camera.
Right. Yeah, of course. Because for us, we could easily transition back to video because we did like 12 or 13 episodes in video.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's not that hard for us to do that, but for them, it's a little bit different. It's because you gotta worry about people judging, like, oh, look at these fucking. Well,
I don't mind that.
Assholes,
I mean, that's
blah, blah, blah.
That's the same thing with audio. I mean, people are still doing that.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be the same outcome, but again, I think for us, it's for just everything editing, the awkward positioning of everything. Because again, you have to have people huddled together in order to put, the camera thing, and it's kind of weird. I never actually like people being too close to me. It's like I like my space because I like to move a lot. I like to throw.
There's a lot of things you have to worry about when you're doing a video on for a podcast. One of them is the lighting. Make sure it's not too dark, not too bright. And another thing, if you're using a webcam, you have to make sure you have to have a good processor or a good video card, because the frame rate on a webcam is very slow, because it's working on the hardware your computer already has.
A frame per second? How much is it frames per second?
It's like 15. That's pretty bad.
Oh shit! Even for the new one?
What do you mean the new one?
The new camera. It did the same thing, or
no,
it's just the editing itself.
It's not the fact that the camera wasn't good, where the webcam wasn't good. It depends on your what you have already.
I see what you. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Your
last
video
time,
card, if it's not like if it's not a good
one.
Yeah,
it's not advanced, I guess you can say.
Because remember, we used to have an issue when we did video before. It was
because the
audio wouldn't sync up with the video, so. That's why we stopped. That's the main reason why we stopped doing video, because the audio got unsynced towards the middle.
And now we can do whatever we want technically now, because we can literally drink on the podcast. You can even smoke on the podcast, and then you guys wouldn't even know it. Well, unless we'll give you little clues here and there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then now with the whole policies with YouTube. It's just different. Because
they have too many rules and guidelines.
Now they do.
We can't have certain things shown on the podcast. What else? We can't.
I can
have,
say
like,
fuck, piss, motherfucker, or some shit.
Well,
like
we
that.
could say all that stuff, but see, the thing
But
is,
they'll put us on the bottom list type of thing.
yeah,
Because they'll put it.
I'm actually kind of surprised that our podcast is not hasn't been flagged for anything.
Not yet because we're not as popular as the main podcast.
But even still, like, there's nobody actually like listening and like reporting us because we talk a lot of shit.
That's true, especially
We
from
talk
the
a
last
lot of
outcome.
shit. Yeah.
That's true.
I'm very surprised none of those people, the people like left those comments. Thank you, by the way. I mean, I understand that these comments are meant to be to piss us off, but come on, I just don't got the.
That's not. We're used to this shit. This is hilarious. So we're good. I
just don't have the energy to get mad at these people.
I'm not mad. I'm like, it makes me laugh. It's hilarious. We were used to this already. Like,
yeah.
It's not like, oh hey, it doesn't piss me off. We used to do this between all our friends. That's our comedy relief type of thing.
Exactly.
We talk shit about each other. It's hilarious. Like, I don't give a shit. It's like, it's funny. That's
let's put it this way: if you don't like this fucking podcast, don't fucking listen to us. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm like whatever about it. I'm over it.
Nobody's putting a gun to your fucking head and saying, "Listen to this fucking podcast."
It's all water under the bridge. I don't give a shit. It's like we spoke about it. It's like, eh.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that bullshit anymore.
But no, it's the outcome is ain't shit. It's like that. It's funny. Yeah. It's probably hilarious to me. I don't give a shit. I mean,
but it's good that we're getting a lot more viewers now.
True.
They're actually kind of recognizing for what we are, and I mean maybe there's some people that still doesn't like us.
I'm cool with that. I don't give a shit.
Doesn't? Is it doesn't?
Fuck you.
Don't like us? I think it's don't like us.
I don't give a shit. They don't like us.
I don't think it's doesn't.
Slang.
Is it doesn't?
That's due to our slang. Our evolution of grammar in English. Like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. So anyways, back to like the whole video thing. Yeah, so when I'm rendering it, and then because I see as an editor, I'm sure it's everybody that has edited before or is one, they you have to actually watch the video all the way through till the end to see where the errors are. And I remember one time, this is when when we were still doing video.
Yeah.
I remember it got out of sync like towards
the
middle.
I remember that.
I'm like, fuck, god damn it, now I gotta resync it. So what I did was I just like kind of cut the clip a little bit, and then I kind of resynced it to her voice, and that took a long time. It was very frustrating. I was getting mad. So that's one of the reasons why we stopped doing that. And even with audio, actually audio, you really have to actually pay attention, because if there's like, I don't know, because I like to use those headphones you're using right now to listen to it, so I could hear everything, so I could equalize the voices and maybe reduce the noise in the background and all that shit,
and then bleep all the fucking shit out. No. Yeah. We don't believe shit, bitch.
Yeah, you know what's weird? There's some YouTubes out there that actually bleep their curse words.
Yeah.
Because they want to be monetized still. They want us to still get paid for their videos.
Oh, that's true.
If you bleep it, it's still...
You know why we don't do that? Because we're degenerates.
Yeah, we're degenerates. And we're disrespectful towards women, apparently.
No, yeah, but fuck it. But yeah, it takes a long time.
Yeah, it's a long process.
Video, I don't mind video. I really don't. It's just like you said. It's like the process, the outlay and the environment, and the huddling of the people. I know me.
If we ever get back to video, motherfucker, I'm gonna teach you how to edit, man. I'm getting tired of it just me editing. I
was like, fuck.
Because we have to both be doing it.
True. I mean, once I get that shit back up. Once I get that desktop, then I'll be good. I'll be able to like put it in the passport, take it, and do the thing. But yeah, right now I just have to wait for it for a moment. Things are progressing, like we said.
Yeah, there's more to come on this podcast, but it's for most of the people that have a YouTube channel, we actually have our podcast up the same fucking day we record. Not like other people where they have to edit it and it's up the following day.
True.
Because I was at the bar for a friend's birthday, I think it was like last Tuesday or some shit. And he was like, "Hey man, did you guys record a new podcast?" Because it was some dude that I just met like maybe weeks before that. And I was like, "Yeah, man, we just actually recorded one today." He's like, "Oh, it's already up." I'm like, "Yeah, we posted the same day." Yeah, so he's, "Oh shit, damn, I gotta check that out." I'm like, "All right."
Nice. See.
Yeah.
See, it's and not only that, like off the subject of the editing and the progression of this show. There, as you can see, people are interested, and we like that. We enjoy that. We are finally, realizing that people do enjoy this, the conversation, maybe the stupidity of it,
Yeah.
And I don't mind it because I don't. It's not like we said before. We said before, anything goes. We just shoot the shit, and this is what it is. I mean, it is.
There's no. I mean, we did have a format before. We had like bullet points.
That's true.
We did talk about this
in the beginning,
way in the beginning, yeah, like beginning of last year. And yeah, we stopped doing that, and we just kind of went with the flow. Because a lot of podcasts do that. We're not the only ones. Maybe there are podcasts that have like a notebook in front of them. Just they have like like bullet points of what they want to talk.
True.
They want to discuss in the podcast, but they don't necessarily go with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
it's kind of how
this is. Well, we're not saying that we're unique. We are different, but not unique. I'm pretty sure there's some out there that do the same. But we used to talk about whatever randomly comes up. But just think about it like a random conversation at a bar or a coffee shop.
It's a conversation amongst friends.
Yeah, so it's for you hipsters, so you can listen to this, right? I mean,
if you actually saw our setup, it's not very professional.
It isn't.
I'm sitting on a bed.
And there's a dead dog under the bed, too.
And there's a dog underneath my bed.
Peter, bitch.
And Pony's on the other side on my carpet.
And then there's there's a lot of things around us.
I mean, it may not seem like it seems professionally done because we have a really good mic.
We do have overall.
This mic is fucking clear as fuck. So
it is.
They could probably picture like us in a studio. There's a sound booth
with Letterman in it.
Yeah,
and his coffee, and he's like, "Hey,
this is extremely ghetto. This is the whole thing I tried to explain before. We're lower class podcast. We don't have professional setup,
and we don't have a professional conversation. You gotta understand.
Yeah, and plus, the only thing that's professional is this fucking mic. This is a studio mic, and
you gotta remember we're just gonna talk shit.
Yeah,
this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna talk shit. Yeah,
like I said before, like podcasts. There's more worse podcasts out there besides ours.
Yeah, there is.
If we're getting singled out because we're talking too much shit about one thing, or we're not nice, or we're being racist, which we're not.
And it's cool. I like, it's these things are just due to the factor that people don't understand.
People like to jump to conclusions too much. They would assume they don't actually listen through the whole podcast and say, "Oh, actually they're not that bad." They just listen to one section and say, "Oh shit."
And people who do listen to us, they probably can relate, or they understand our verbiage. That's they understand the grammar.
We have that whole San Diego kind of lingo, I guess.
Yeah, the whoosh, a splash.
Yeah,
kind of sound effect with the.
Like there's no filter with us, because me and Pony are very honest people, and if we want to talk about something, we'll talk about it, and we're not gonna be filtered. We're not a family friendly fucking show,
We're not Disney.
Yeah, we're not Disney.
Well, I can't say Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has some sexual stuff.
Yeah, and we're not censored. We don't have like a producer. If you want us, you want to know who the producers are? We are.
Motherfucker. Bitch.
And plus, we're like our own bosses here. I do, like I said before, I do the editing. I do all the promotions. I'm one of the hosts. Pony does the drawings for our logos.
We drink,
and he's the host, and we drink, and yeah. What else is there to do?
Well, sadly enough, not today. We're not drinking today.
Yeah, we're not drinking today.
Right now, you hear me slur my fucking words like always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fucking idiot.
Well, that's what happens when you drink. Yeah.
I remember when we had Derek on here. I remember I was like slurring words completely fucking fucked up. I was like, oh my god, I gotta stop.
Well, it was okay though.
I know, but it's like, to me, it's like, fuck. like, I really fucked this up. We actually have a good, like, a good guest on here, and I'm like, and he's like, oh, I understand it. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're agreeing with me. Type of thing. Even when Charlie was here, I was like, fuck.
Well, it was also hot in here too,
Yeah, no, but I was just slurring my words all. I
know, because I don't know about you, but when I drink, I get hot.
I don't. I get kind of cold. I'm like, oh, just relax.
Yeah. I get a little bit warm because I don't know. I guess it just warms me up. I don't know. It's
but
weird.
yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, I gotta stop. I think I've been on a wine binge for a while.
Wine's not bad.
Wine is fantastic. That's exactly gotta stop.
Yeah.
It's sweet, like candy.
It's a clean.
Yeah.
A clean drunk.
And it goes down like vodka. Ooh. I don't like. You tell me
What
what's.
do you mean it goes down like vodka?
It goes because it burns, kind of, and it fucking.
What kind of wine are you drinking?
I drink, dude. This is exactly where I was gonna go right now. It's like, don't ask me what type of wine I drink.
Because I don't know any wine that actually burns your throat that much.
Chardonnay does. No, not Chardonnay and Sauvignon or something like that. Those burn. The red. What is it? The fruity red. There's a fruity red. There's Cabernet. No, Cabernet does burn too. All these other wines. But I'm not a wine enthusiast.
Yeah,
I just kind of look at I grab the bottle and I'm like, oh, it's $4.
Sangria is pretty good.
I don't really count sangria as wine.
Well, it's still considered a wine. It's still grapes.
Yeah, but I still don't consider it wine.
What is it? Chardonnay. Chardonnay is okay.
You know what I consider wine? Anything that fucks you up. Sangria does not fuck you up that well.
Well,
it's not that strong. When I grab a wine bottle, I look at the sizing. I'm like, okay, that is a lot for two people.
What's that other one? Zinfandel?
Yeah, barefoot. And then there's the other one. But I always look. So I look for quantity, then I look for quality, which is the pricing. If it's $4, quality for me. And then I look at it and I look at more quality. I'm like,
well, you know it would fuck you up if it's cheap one.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. So I go on the back of the label.
If it's like $2, oh shit, that's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's what I'm saying. It's like when I look at the back of the label, I literally look at that label and I go, what is the alcohol percentage on this? But somehow I kind of escape away from that and I start reading the what is it, the danger of it.
Yeah,
it may cause like fatal.
Well, I mean,
it's different. But I do look at the percentage of the alcohol. I usually go for like 13.5, 13.05, and so forth and so on. But I always I drink any wine that fucks me up. I always go for the reds. I never go for the whites, but I should go for the whites.
The reds are pretty good. The white ones are a little bit more. Well, they're not as strong.
The white ones? I don't go for the white ones whatsoever. I guess because of that main reason. I'm like, the last white ones are pretty dry, but I know there's some white wines that are sweet and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all these, there's people like I do it to get not fucked up. I kind of just do it to get drunk with my girlfriend, and we just drink it, and it's tasty. It's like, it's not like beer. Beer, you drink it, it's tasty, but it bloats the fuck out of you. I don't like that.
That's why a lot of people prefer wine, because you could have a good meal with it.
True,
there's certain things, like there's a certain wine that goes with steak.
There's white wine goes good with fish, and then some red wines, not too many. Red wine goes great with steak and some chicken. No, actually, white goes well with chicken. And for cheese, well, wine goes well with any cheese. Well, it depends on the cheese.
Yeah, because even I noticed that they on the menu at the Olive Garden, when you're ordering like something like, I don't know, like a steak or something, and you could see right there, like it recommends what wine is good with that meal.
Correct.
And I'm like, that's kind of cool. There's not a lot of places that actually put it on the menu where you should get this wine for that. Certain
us being ignorant. It was like, hey, you know what? Give me something that's really strong, and then I don't give a shit what it goes with.
Yeah. Cause I know. As soon as we started this subject, there's gonna be people that are gonna talk shit.
I don't give a shit.
Like we said before, we are not fucking professionals. What we talk about. I don't
really care.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk shit, go ahead, but we don't claim to be like like wine enthusiast or beer enthusiast or claim to know this and that, you know. But this is just our fucking opinions.
True.
I mean, if you know better than us, then
Just let us know.
Yeah.
Like intellectually teach us. Let us know. We're not gonna fucking throw you under the. No, we're not gonna brush it under the rug.
Yeah, maybe you're the fucking Google police or the fucking Wikipedia police. I don't give a fuck, you know. If you like us, you like us. That's it.
Yeah, and then, so you just give us some pointers. Cool. Like, and we're like, all right, let's try this out. And I'm like, hey, last week I tried some Chardonnay with some fucking steak, and that was fantastic. It was amazing.
I mean, like I said, we on our YouTube channel, you could easily email us on our podcast Gmail account and suggest things that you want us to talk about, or suggest what types of beers that you want us to try. Or just anything, you know. It could be like, oh yeah, enjoy your show, or it could be like you hate us, you know.
You know what I like? What I like to pair with. Like, this is what I picked up in LA when I used to live in LA. So obviously you already know that I used to smoke cigarettes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in LA, first time that I moved in, me and my roommate moved into an apartment. It was our first apartment, so we moved in, and we're cool shit. After a week, I bought some stogies, some good stogies. Like, I'm like, let's grab stogies to celebrate. And, I like the stogie. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. This is fantastic. And eventually I came up to pairing stogies and liquor. So a good cognac tastes great with a certain stogie. And I've tried those.
Oh yeah, that pairs up well, just like whiskey and a cigar.
There you go. Yeah, that's
or
exactly.
Cigarette with a coffee or something.
Exactly.
Like
That's
that,
the pairing, and that's what I picked up from LA, and I did for a while, and then eventually, like we said, I like to try new things. So at this point in my life, I kind of, how a lot of people go like, oh, a good expensive wine bottle is great. So I started doing that. Like, I literally started doing that. I've had cognac, which was like $70 a bottle.
Yeah.
So I tried that. That was good. It's literally what they do say. Wine I have not tried, but I would love to taste a good aged wine. The pricing I don't give a shit. I've just more of the aged wine. I would love to try.
I want to see what the appeal is on aged wine.
Exactly.
Does it taste better? Does it get fucked up more?
I think it does because
it must be the fermentation.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. That's what it does. It must taste. I tried moonshine and all this.
I think it goes with any alcohol.
True.
Like whiskey, if you.
Well, except for beer, you can't.
Well, fuck no, of course not. Because with wine, I could see how that would age over time, because it's fruit.
Yeah.
And it ferments more, and the alcohol level goes up, and then, it gets you more hammered.
Exactly, and that's what I want to try. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. I was like, dude, I really want to try an aged wine. I want to see what the fuzz is. I want to know what it is. I want to, I want to try it. So I even told her, for my birthday, I want her to buy me a Cuban cigar. Just to see what the fuzz is, because they sell them in TJ, so you can grab them like nothing.
I love a good cigar.
Yeah, exactly. I want to try a Cuban cigar. I want to see what the fuzz. Because people are like, Cuban cigar, it's like a prime A, this and that shit, And I want to try it.
But it's one of those things you have to, like with the cigars, you have to smoke them right now. You can't save it for later because
it tastes nasty. It's kind of like turning off your cigarette.
Because it needs to be like in a humidifier.
Yeah.
Or is it a humidifier?
Kind of. It depends, too.
It has to be controlled temperature.
True, because it is plants, so it needs to be around.
That's why when you go to like a smoke shop or a place where they sell cigars, they keep their cigars in like a in kind of a humid room.
Exactly.
And it's controlled at a certain temperature, so it doesn't get too dry.
Exactly, because it does come from Cuba, so Cuba is really fucking humid as shit. But yeah, that's I want to try that out. I want to see what the fuzz is. I want to see the good taste. Obviously a good cigar is good, but I want to know what a Cuban cigar tastes like, where it comes from, is origin of it, Yeah. So I want to try that. I'm like, ooh, I want to, I've tried almost everything else that people fuzz about. I'm like, well, not everything. I'm saying like some of the things, like people do talk about DMT and all this shit. I'm like, no, I'm good, dude.
Oh, that's something that
I
don't want to try.
See, I've done dabs. I've done anything related with weed. I tried the edibles. I tried the edible this, and my brother smokes and grows, so I've tried that part. I've tried the alcohol part, except for the old age wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm doing baby steps. I just kind of I want to try a good Cuban cigar.
Mm.
I once I get it, I'm a smoke that bitch and probably get a cheap cognac. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the life, and I'll be like with those Havana shirts with my stupid little hipster hat and then
All right.
my
Yeah.
chanclas.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah. And then the next time my environment's TJ's like, fuck, a fucking dog, a starving dog just walks over, like, fuck, this is fucked up.
Shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds interesting, like, shit. I mean, I want to have a good cigar pretty soon, because I haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, and I don't, the reason for me not wanting to smoke more cigars is because I don't want to smoke.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity where I want to take, where I do break my policy for not smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I do smoke once in a while when I'm like kind of really really hardcore buzz.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's rare for me to even smoke. So I'm like, well, I kind of that's when I'll break my policy.
Yeah, for me, when I like there was a time like way back in the day when I used to drink a lot. This is around the time when I've already quit smoking weed, and whenever for some reason back in the day when I used to drink a lot, I remember I would always get this craving to smoke weed, and I'm like, fuck, I want to smoke a joint or something, and I do, and then the next day I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? Why did I smoke weed?
You're like, okay.
Yeah, see, the thing is, at that point, I had a job already,
yeah.
So I was already kind of like financially okay, I didn't have to worry about getting piss tested or whatever, and shit like that. But now it's like, yeah, even when I do get the cravings, when I do get pretty hammered, I'm like, I probably don't need to smoke weed.
You know what I did notice nowadays? I noticed that even, how when we were growing up in high school, there like cocaine was a big thing, right? Remember?
Yeah.
That was a big deal. Like, it really was a big deal out here. And, even talking about coke, you know my history with it, and I know your history from it.
Yeah.
And you try. It's kind of like the same thing. You like try different flavors, which I was able to do.
Yeah.
I tried, what is it? Not adobada, lavada. They call it lavada.
Okay.
Which is like mixed with cinnamon, something coconut. And you can taste it on the drip. So,
right, yeah.
Okay, so getting out of hand there, but I noticed now it's coming back again. Like, it's coming back how it was then. It's funny because I'm like, what? Like, Coke's coming back like that?
Even for Coke to come back the time that when we did it, it was kind of like a little unusual because Coke is such an 80s thing.
Yes, it is.
It's an 80s fucking thing.
It is. It's 70s. More like 70s.
Yeah, like late 70s, early 80s.
Well, when it was really popular. When we're talking about, like, it's 70s thing is where it really was a big thing. Like, it was around forever. We know that. But when we're talking about, like, it came back, like, more like, oh, it was popularized in the 70s.
It could have been, done here in the U.S., but it's not as popular when it got to certain decades,
Yeah, exactly.
We could have our facts wrong or whatever.
No, it was popularized in the 70s.
It's basically around that era.
Yeah, because in the 70s, like, every movie that you watch in the 70s, and the actors that they did Coke, they're all fucked up, sweating, they have, like, fucking like yellow teeth and shit.
I get the appeal on Coke, but the thing is, it doesn't really last that long.
It's not. It's just the thrill of it. It's because you can get really fucked up.
It's like a 15-minute high, then you have to do it again.
It's the thrill. It's just the adrenaline rush of it. It's annoying. Well, I mean, first of all, it's more of like, it's illegal, so you want to do it. It's like telling a kid, say no, and the kid wants to do it more.
And then once the 15 minutes is up, you have to do it again, and then even if you continue doing it, and then it keeps wearing off every 15 minutes. It still affects your head because you can't sleep.
That's true. And you're burning a lot of shit up there.
Oh, fuck yeah. You're burning all these holes and you're just making yourself a dumbass, and...
Basically.
What else? You lose your appetite to eat.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
Like,
a lot of things. This is like paranoia.
I've had the sunken cheeks before.
Me too.
It gets that bad,
Me too.
Yeah.
No, but...
I look like fucking Skeletor and shit.
True. And then, again, it got popularized in the 70s. It was a big deal. Obviously, we know that. And then it went down to the 80s. It went from the 70s all the way to, like, what is that? Not a century, a decade, right? A decade. It went down to a decade or a century.
I think when it died out and I think it died out maybe like once it hit the 90s.
It kind of no, because we were still doing it.
So? No.
Heroin's a big thing.
Well, I'm talking about it died out in the 90s, then it came
and
back
it came back
again.
during our time. Yeah, that was crazy because that was kind of destructive. I mean, we were too destructive. But and then now like from what I hear from my brother, that shit's coming back again. I was like, oh fuck, And then I told my girlfriend about this. I was like, oh shit, it's coming back again. And I'm like, and I told her straight, I was like, I gotta. My first train of thought was like, oh shit, I can't,
I guess it's one of those drugs where it gets old and then it's like, fuck, it's making a comeback again.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like when I heard that, I'm like, my old me came back. It's like, oh, slang. I was like, no, shut up.
Yeah. Because there are drugs out there that they'll never die out. Yeah. Obviously, marijuana will never die out.
Well, I mean, since it's legal now, all the dealers are out.
Meth is never going to die out. There's always somebody that always wants to do that shit.
Disgusting.
Heroin. Meth, number one, the reason why meth will never go out is because when they prescribe that stuff to
Adderall
to people that are on meth, like to ease them out.
Not only that,
it's called methadone.
Meth, yeah, true.
Yeah,
and
methadone.
then they use heroin addicts for methadone.
Yeah, so they could stay on it, but gradually
and then
kick the habit.
The kids with ADHD, they give them Adderall, which is a form of meth. It's the same thing.
Ritalin or some shit.
Yeah, sorry, Ritalin. My bad. Ritalin, not Adderall. Yeah. Well, what the fuck I'm talking about? Ritalin. Sorry, and it's a form of meth. And then that's the reason that doesn't go out of style, because it's one of those things that you don't see much about it, but it's stronger than Coke. But at the same time, it's really highly addictive. So the first person you get addicted to gets addicted. So on. It's a chain. It just goes down to a chain. But it's like the advanced level of Coke, basically.
Yeah. Well, come on, they use fucking morphine when you're in pain in the hospital.
Oh, that feels great.
I've never tried it because I never had to go to the hospispital for anything major, like surgery or anything like that.
And it was this when I did morphine, it was accidental. It was not. This was accidental. So, when I was when I used to skate, I broke my knee.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes,
yeah.
So I broke my knee. Went to the hospital because the next day I'm like, I literally broke my knee. So we went. They put me in a wheelchair. Doctor comes up. No, the nurses come up to me and tells me, "What's your pain from 1 to 10?" And I'm like 5. And then she gives me a yellow pill, puts it on my hand, and then I'm like, "Oh, Tylenol. All right, let's stop the pain." I pop it, bam, and then obviously you wait, and then I'm reading a magazine.
Was it a Tylenol?
No, it was morphine.
Oh, it was pill form.
Yeah, it was the pill form of morphine. So I'm reading a magazine, those random weird La Familia magazines. I understand Spanish, so I can read this. I'm like, let's discover.
Yeah, weird magazines at hospitals.
Yeah,
like really random.
True. And then I'm sitting there, and then my mom's with me, mind you. My mom brought me, and she was with me, and she's sitting right next to me. So I'm reading the magazine, and then 5 minutes into it, I feel warm. Like this warm. I'm like, why am I so warm? And I'm like, really a good warm, not a bad warm. Mm-hmm. So I'm reading, and the whole time I'm concentrated and reading. I'm not looking around. So I didn't see the visual effect of it until the warm part came in. So warm comes in, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, this is like, it's like, you ever seen Harold and Kumar? One of the movies where fucking Doobie Howser comes, Doobie Howser, yeah, and he sees himself on the unicorn. Oh, yeah, and then this light comes out. Okay, so that's not literally. That's what I felt like. So I go up. I'm like, oh shit, and I look. So everything's so slow mo, and I'm like, I feel great. And I look over at my mom, and I go, oh shit, my mom's with me. Oh fuck, I'm fucking high. And, it brings me back to the old days when you used to get high. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta keep your secret.
What does it feel like? Is it anything you ever tried before?
No,
it's not like obviously it's not like weed.
No, it's like it's another form of heroin.
So what do you hallucinate or?
No, you don't hallucinate shit. You just feel great.
Is it just like a body high?
It's everything high. Yeah, use a mind. I
know it's like a muscle relaxer.
It is a muscle. Everything, dude. It
relieves pain.
It relaxes your mind, your body, everything. So you're like,
but you felt no pain after that.
I probably did feel the pain, but I didn't. My mind wasn't concentrated. My mind was concentrated. Like something else. This is fantastic. So I looked over at my mom, and I tell my mom, Mom. She goes, "¿Qué pasó?" Which means what happened.
I know what that means,
Okay,
man.
but people don't. You know some.
Oh, for the people.
Yeah,
okay,
the ignorant.
Okay, yeah.
They, people don't understand this. Whatever. So she's like, "¿Qué pasó?" And I'm like, "I think I'm fucked up." I literally use these words like, "I think I'm fucked up." She goes, "What do you mean?" It's like, "I think they gave me morphine." And she goes,
Does she even know what fuck that means?
"Yeah, my
she-
mom. She's been here
just-
long enough to like understand. She understands English.
Well, because I remember your mom didn't really speak too well.
She did, and
English.
she was kind of butchered.
Yeah.
But she understands it, and she kind of talks. She can talk it. She
Okay.
can, she can speak it, and yeah, she used to be an immigrant and whatever.
No, of course.
So
yeah.
I look over, and my mom studied nursing for a while in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she
Wow.
actually graduated as a teacher, but she studied nursing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in Mexico. That doesn't count here.
All right, because it's different. You have to.
Yeah, but
take
if
the
you
course
get a
again,
degree
yeah.
here, it counts
Yeah.
over there.
It's the same thing. Even if you get a degree in say another country, it doesn't apply.
It doesn't.
here.
It's pretty ignorant
Yeah.
and pretty contradicting. But
Yep.
yeah, so she's next to me and I go, "Mom, I'm fucked up," and she goes, "Really?" And she goes, "Yes, I am very fucked up. Then she gave me morphine," and she starts busting. She starts laughing, and because I'm describing all this shit, and I'm like, "Mom, this feels so good right now. This is really good."
Was it like a solid pill or was it a capsule?
No, it was a pill. It was
Oh,
yellow. It looked
oh, it
like
was like-
Tylenol,
Okay.
but yellow form.
Wait, what Tylenol is yellow?
Dude, I don't know. I was in pain. Like, what the fuck? I thought it was Tylenol. Tylenol comes in the tablet, and when you go to the hospital, and the first thing
But
that
it was one of those longer.
no, it was a Tylenol
smaller?
size. It was a Tylenol.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, obviously, I thought it was Tylenol because we're so accustomed to if you're in pain, you take Tylenol, right? That's I
Yeah.
mean,
Or baby aspirin.
or whatever. Well,
They
that's,
usually give you baby aspirin.
really, that's kind of
well,
retarded. But
I
no.
don't know why. It's
Why
weird.
would someone give you an old man or an
I don't
adult?
know. I'm not sure. That's
Okay,
what people tell me.
Whatever, but it literally like I'm describing to her, and I don't know what happened. I think I said something to the nurse, and she's like, "How do you feel?" It's like I looked at her, it's like I feel great, and like very like not melodic, very romantic type of like I feel great with with my head behind my shoulder and going I feel great on the wheelchair. I feel fantastic, miss, and she goes. And she's rolling me, and then she asked me all these questions, and I'm answering in a weird way. I was like, "You okay?" I was like, "I feel fantastic, miss. Thank you very much." And obviously,
you're just like in love with everything.
yes, exactly. And so, I mean, towards the end of this whole thing, you kind of feel kind of like shit.
How long did it last?
It lasts for a good hour.
That's it? Just an hour?
I mean, come on. It was a small pill. It was a Tylenol size. If they give you a big pill, I'm pretty sure it would have felt great for like 2-3 hours.
But you were just there for just that.
I was there for them to take X-rays and move my leg and shit.
So you were released the same day?
Yeah, of course. They just gave me a brace and it's like, oh, you have a hairline fracture and it'll heal on its own, and it did. It did, and it healed on its own. They said the outcome is that if we don't see it heal well, then we're gonna have to screw some nails onto your knee.
Oh, right. Yeah, you told me that before, yeah.
But I'm like, nah, my shit healed well. So, yeah, so I go out and, I feel like shit. But the other thing is that they prescribed me some good pills. Norca. Kind of like Norca. Norca
Yeah.
pill. Yeah. Oh, that only lasted for a month. Maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like Norcas make you feel like you're high, like weed high, but a fucking nasty come down. You feel nasty. You just feel like, ugh. Like, you know how like you have a hangover?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels. You feel kind of dirty. You're like, ugh, I feel nasty,
I
but
hate
not the like
No,
weird headaches and all that
headache,
shit.
yeah,
It's
right,
the
right.
nastiness. Like,
Oh, just the body.
yeah. So, but yeah,
I don't like that.
yeah. So I was, they gave me that, and I took them. And now, I was doing that. I'm like, oh, I'm not taking drugs. Fuck that. Because my brother was smoking pot.
Right.
And I was like, oh, he gave me some. I'm like, cool, I'll smoke it. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? Let's just fucking pop one pill. I popped it, and I'm like, oh, it feels good. So, I started popping 2. Ended up being 3. And next time, I have an empty bottle. I'm like, oh, they're done. And I just threw it away. I was like, fuck it. I'm not refilling this shit.
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Right.
But
you get like what? Free refills after that? Or?
I could have got like 2 more refills, but I'm like, nah,
Oh.
I'm good. I'm like, because I'm very good at controlling myself. I mean,
Oh, of
again,
course. Yeah.
even like the whole conversation about the coke thing, I did it for a whole month straight, and I was able to control it. I've done almost any type of coke you can think of. fucking watermelon, coconut, whatever the fucking go.
Uh-huh.
Even though people won't understand, like, watermelon, what the fuck? Sprinkle that shit on your fruit? No, it's it's literally just flavoring added to your Coke. Let's just say that, but it's just what do you call it? It's I had self control. I couldn't control myself. I did it for a whole month straight.
Yeah.
I did a fucking 12-inch lines before, and basically a foot to correct myself, a foot lines. And my last time that I did it was like a whole lunch, what is that? Lunch tray table, a TV dinner table, whatever the fuck.
Right. Yeah.
I did that. That's like what? That's 4. So 4 feet.
Yeah. For anybody that, like, I don't know, either I'm hanging out with some people, I don't know, say you're at a bar or at a friend's house, and whenever somebody mentions Coke, I'm like, man, people still do Coke?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why we have self-control. That.
Yeah, for I mean, I'm more surprised at the fact that these people are kind of around my age versus if it was younger people. Like, you're too young. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And
you should be doing something else besides Coke.
There's people who fiend that shit too, which is creepy. But yeah, we have self-control. I mean, I stopped. You stopped. Yeah. I don't. Every time someone mentions like, "Oh, Coke," it's like, "Okay, do you want some?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
I always get offered drugs all the time, like whether it be Coke or weed. I'm like, yeah, I haven't touched that stuff in a long time, like a really long time.
Yeah, it's self-control. Self-control with everything. I'm like, what did it mean? And overall, we done a lot of stuff, and we done some stupid shit too at the same time. Yeah. We had pretty self-control over it. It's not. It's more the capability. You as a person be determined to have the capability to stop. Only if you're determined. If you're not determined,
you have to.
Yeah. It's like dieting.
Same shit. Yeah, you just have to have a strong mind, And for me, when I stopped doing Coke, I just stopped because I was getting sick. I would always have a cold. My nose was always stuffy. I felt like shit all the time, and I wasn't eating properly. I lost a lot of weight in like a week or so, or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty bad side effects. I mean, but with weed, shit, you fucking gain weight.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You know what? I've through all these experiences, I noticed that when I was doing all this shit, it kind of, I'm kind of thankful that I kind of did these things, because what it did, it let me break out of my shell and be able to break out of my antisocial life, because I was pretty antisocial. I literally would be really nervous to talk to people. I was like, I couldn't.
We all were.
No, I mean, like, I was. This is beyond, because you know how I was really self-conscious of my weight, and I was always nervous around people, and I've like literally if I would go to the store, I'm like, oh shit, people, I was self-conscious and really antisocial. So when I would go up to a register, it's like, here's my money, leave me go. And then when I started doing all of that shit, I broke out of that, I completely broke out of that shell, and I was becoming myself, the true self, instead of me being not myself,
Right.
So this is the person that you meet now. This is, me just saying random shit, and you just, fuck it all type of thing.
Like, what's it called? Like that one day I sent that picture of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, it was way back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
This was probably like fucking maybe sophomore or junior year. That was behind the Lucky Waller Park.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, we were sitting on benches right there.
And that's where it broke out. Like everything, I broke out because of everybody, because of you guys, because of I'm gonna say because of the experiences of drugs and drinking, all that. Like, because it opened my mind from being secluded to seeing what the world is, and then be able to experience those things with everybody, like from what it was nice to bad to like worse, right?
Right.
I mean, to fuck, all that shit. He's fighting and whatever, whatever we did, we did back in the past.
Exactly.
But it opened my eyes to different things until now. Growing up, and like while doing that and growing up, it's like, oh shit, like I literally experienced, suffering and being able to, defend myself and whatever,
Oh, of course.
become a true person. So, going and once doing all this shit, you know, as the term goes, and a lot of songs sing this, it's called "Live Fast, Die Young," and
Yeah.
you know, I always thought "Live Fast, Die Young" meant that you literally died at 19 or 20. You know, that's what I thought. I was like, no, that's not what it means. It literally means that you live fast at the younger age, and then that's where your youth ended. And then once you're at what, probably 18, 20, and 21, you kind of stop. You're like, okay, I've done the bar hopping. I've done the fucking being
It's
drunk.
like a phase you grow out of.
Exactly. So, you know, you go through the clubbing and all this shit. And at that, you know, young age, especially like, here, you can do that.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, what I remember before, like, you know, going to, like, once I turned 21, it was, going to bars wasn't new for me. It was something I've done before because I had friends that worked at bars.
Not only that, we went to TJ.
And we went to TJ. So when I turned 21, I went to a bar. It was nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of got everything out of the way at a young age. That's why for us now, when we go to bars or whatever, it's like we just go to chill and have conversations and not to get fucking wild like half of these other assholes that go to bars.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, because we turned 21. You're like, and everybody's partying, and you're like, oh, what? Like, everybody's like over exaggerating shit, and I'm like, what are you tripping on? And it's like, oh, well, I'm young and this shit. Oh, I'm going clubbing this, or I'm gonna leave my kid to my mom and I'm gonna go club. I'm like, what the? I'm like, that's exactly why you know, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like we grew out of that to not be those people that do that. Like I remember when I was in college, there was this girl who would say, oh, my mom's taking care of my child, so I'm gonna go get fucked up. And this was like every day. She was like 22.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, this and that. I was like, no, I already did that. Like, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, because when you have kids, it should slow down a lot, you know?
It does, and then, yeah, of course. And then
you shouldn't be going out. I mean, you could go out, but don't make it like a habit to leave your fucking kid with relatives and go out and have fun.
Exactly.
You should be taking care of the kid instead, you know?
Yeah, responsibility, in other words. Like, at 21, you know, we grew up fast. At 18, I already had my responsibilities. I'm like, got out of high school, went straight to work, took care of my own family, my mom, you know, my mom, brothers, and sisters when they're, you know, during that time. And I worked my ass off, and I took care of them. I fucking try to provide as much as I can for them, and I did. Yeah. I fucking worked my ass off every day. At 18, I would go to work every single day. Never bothered me. I would take the trolley bus, come back at like 12 at night, and then, you know, give my mom her end of the rent that, you know, was good substantial money. Provide, and then I was, because going through all that stuff, we knew a lot of people that had good connects with other stuff. Mm-hmm. So we were able to get a lot of stuff for free, which was good. You know, that was so I provided with that, and then, you know, even with certain protections and shit, you know. Yeah, certain protections. But yeah, no, that we grew out of it at 21. I was 21, and I was like, oh, let's go party. I was like, nah, I'm good. I think
that whole partying thing kind of died out for me once I turned like 23. And then after that, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I just want to go to a bar, have a few drinks and talk and shit like that, but nothing crazy.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you know, like you see a lot of these white people, they get fucking intense, you know, like they start screaming in the streets and shit. It's like, how old are you?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like fuck, dude. No, I'm good. Like, I have my responsibilities. I'll get fucked up, but not like that fucked up. Like, I won't get like the stupid fucked up because I already know. I'm like, I don't need to get that fucked up. I just want to get fucked up.
I do get pretty fucked up sometimes when I go out, but I never get crazy.
Like that, exactly.
Stupid drunk, you know?
And there's those people who did not do that at the other young age. We did. We're like fucking. We walked the streets fucked up half the time.
Like we were going to like house parties when we were still in high school.
And he's getting really fucked up. And cops were just like,
and we had like the older kids that fucking bought us alcohol. Yeah. You know.
Yep. All that shit, like all those, those are crazy times. But now at this age, it's like I literally, even until this age, I'm like, I don't feel the need to go, hey, let's go to the bar.
Yeah, like you know, honestly, I'll tell you how it is for the younger people that listen to our podcast. The conversations you have now will change when you get older. Like me and a friend, we were at a bar this one time. And I remember we were having a fun conversation about how to cook rice. Those are the kind of conversations you have when you get a little bit older, and then you start talking about like the best washers and dryers. Like, oh man, this washer and dryer is so sick, and you talk about those kind of stuff. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
You know.
And it is, because even I find myself going, hey, I'm going to cook quiche. Or I'm trying to look recipes for how to cook Chicago style pizza because I miss it. It's like, right. What? It's like,
it's like all the things that your parents talked about, you start to talk about. Like,
exactly.
Oh, what's good for your skin? What gets rid of dandruff? Or some shit.
Which is, instead of going, hey, what party are you going to?
Yeah.
What show's playing this weekend?
Right, yeah. I mean, there are those moments where we talk about, like, what good shows we've seen, or if you listen to any good music lately, or seen any movies lately, shit like that. But for the most part, it's roughly an old person's conversation.
True. And then, it's funny, because we're almost close to 30, and then you usually call that age the age of, like, you don't give a shit what anyone says anymore. Like, like Charlie said, like, you start to
right.
the age.
We're at that. I'm already at that age where I don't fucking really care anymore.
I was like, let's just do this.
It's like you're just kind of like passive about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I like being lazy at home all the time. Like, I lay down and I just play videos.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way, man. Like on my days off, I'll be just laying in bed, watching a movie or watching Netflix or eating.
Yeah, eating with friends. Hey, what's up?
Playing video games.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit like
That's
that.
what it is now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know these people, because I don't know. For me, like when I get off work, I feel too tired to do anything.
Exactly.
And then on my days off, I feel the same way. Like I want to catch up on my rest and
it's true
relax,
because I hear other people's conversation. They're younger than us, and then they're like, "Oh, let's go clubbing," or the stuff like that. I don't mind. Obviously it's like whatever but it's kind of weird for me to even hear that. It's like, oh, I'm good, and then they're like, yeah, like last night I got really fucked up, and then this and that. I'm like, I did this, and I'm like, that's cool. I left with my girlfriend.
You're never gonna hear anybody in our group say, let's go clubbing.
Oh, fuck no.
No.
That'd be pretty stupid.
I'll look at the person like, no, we're not going clubbing. What the fuck you talking about? What are we, 18?
I know, right? It's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around a bunch of dumb fucks.
Exactly.
Because, it's funny? Because, like, the couple of times I've been clubbing with, my girlfriend and her friends, and my girlfriend's like...
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've gone clubbing too in the Philippines, but that's different.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, because it's different. It's open. More open. Mm-hmm. Out here is kind of like, not enclosed, but more like, it's not as fun, to tell you the truth. It's not... It's pretty secluded, to tell you the truth. Well, I mean, it's the Philippines and TJ. It's pretty open. Everything's open till like 2-3 in the morning. I mean, obviously from the stories that you said from the Bachelorette, we were pretty fucked. Just walking down the street, not even getting arrested with a beer in a fucking hand, jumping from one bar to another. No one keep a shit, and then eventually ended up in the taco shop and just ran out. Yeah, but yeah, it's different. I mean, it's different. I myself, I enjoy, to tell you the truth, even now, then, no, sometimes, not all the time. Like last time, probably, I want to say 5 months ago, me and my girlfriend went to PB one day because she had to get something from over there, and then we ended up going to a bar. Went to a bar, drank about a couple of drinks, about 4, and then I ended up driving back over here. We ended up at the fields. Remember the fields, the park?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we ended up the fields, and then I'm driving, and I'm like, I kind of miss, being drunk and being outside and walking.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And I kind of miss the ghetto-ness of it. So me and my girlfriend, I told my girlfriend, hey, let me stop at a liquor store and then we'll buy ourselves 2 Mickeys, because I missed it. I'm like, I kind of miss that. I kind of miss, I don't know, the just the feeling of that.
Yeah.
So
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I bought her a Mickey's, and I bought myself a Mickey's. We ended up at the park, and I told her, just sit down here. And in the middle of the park, she's drinking a fucking 40. And she's like, I like this. This is good. What is this? Mickey's. This is what I used to drink. And this is the cheapest shit you can drink. People,
did you guys finish it?
We finished the whole bottle.
Oh, damn.
Of course, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Mickey's, dude. We can't.
I haven't had a Mickey's in a long time.
And the other thing, too. So we're drinking, and I told my girlfriend, let's go walking. Let's go in public. Because I enjoy that. I enjoy walking in public drunk.
What
because
time was this?
It was like this right now. Like
Oh
two,
shit!
like
This
three.
is early.
Yeah, so we're just walking and we're just drinking, and I enjoy that. It's not, you know, I think it is more because it's a more open area,
Yeah.
a more relaxed environment because it's open instead of an enclosed area where there's most likely a problem where someone goes, "Hey, fuck you," and this
Of
and that.
course, yeah.
So out there, you can just walk into different people.
Yeah.
In a bar, you're like
Day
enclosed.
drinking is a different feeling.
Day drinking is amazing.
It's interesting, you know.
It's like being high all day.
Yeah, like I don't know. I rarely do day drinking, but when I do, I'm like always like kind of like just. I feel fucking weird, but it's cool though. You know?
It feels good, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm telling my girl, that's why I tell my girlfriends like, I kind of feel like doing something old school. I told her, so that's my old school, our old school. We need drinking out and just walking
Oh,
around.
yeah, we would drink in the after school
Every day.
every day, and
Every day until we got suspended.
it was very rare for us to drink at night. It was always like during the day, like
Yeah.
3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And that's true. And it's funny how we just jump from one, like from the first one. But that's good. Again, like we mentioned before, this is like a natural conversation.
Yeah,
This is our conversations. This is literally like us just thinking about like what was then and now. I mean, today we can't really say anything about the new generation since I came to terms where this is their generation. Our generation
Yeah.
was different. Their generation is different.
Yeah,
It's just certain things we don't agree on, but it's
there's plenty of things we don't agree on. You know, like
a lot of
if we-
things. Let's just say
yeah,
that.
a
It's
lot
not
of
even
things,
going
yeah.
into it. It's just too many because it is their. This is their generation. It's like when people were doing the mashed potato back in the day, and they're like,
Right.
that's sexualizing.
like
the
our
text."
generation's the Macarena.
Yeah,
You know, flip phones.
that's true.
Big ass TVs.
Big bulky ass
Yeah.
TVs.
Heavy ass fucking shit. You know.
Yeah, basically.
Brick phones.
And then again, we came to terms. Obviously at one point we were just talking shit about the new generation, but now it's just more like this is theirs. It's coming realizing like
Yeah.
we like they're doing some weird shit, but we did some pretty fucked up shit.
You know, I'll just let them be. You know.
Let's be people, humans.
Yep, that's pretty much it. You know.
But yeah, that's what it is. I guess this, I literally don't miss what we used to do because again
No.
we gained a lot of experience from it. But I do miss the little things that we used to do.
Yeah, the little things count.
Like that, like I was talking, like me, like us walking down and then being drunk and
Yeah.
fucked up, And like for a while too, me, my girlfriend, my brother, and my brother's girlfriend, we would go hiking, and I would call it high hiking, because we're all two joints, and we're all like
Wow.
go hiking and smoke. And my brother one day's like, dude, I like this is fun. And then one day we came to terms to go, hey, let's go hiking at night, high as fuck. And we did it too. And I was like, this is pretty cool. This is enjoyable because you're at night hiking. And again, the little things, that's what I enjoyed. That's
Right,
I enjoy doing things like that. I guess, yeah, it's fun. It's enjoyable. I'm not saying that everybody should try it. Only if you have, no control of yourself, then you should
Of
go for
course.
it and then
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it. To me, it's more like, it's like someone sitting down in the morning, drinking coffee and smoking a cigarette, kind of relaxed.
Right.
That's
yeah.
basically
Like
my
to start
form
the,
of-
start the day.
Exactly. Now
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. Not even, I stopped doing that because again, it was more like to experience it one more
You know,
time.
now that you mention it, I kind of do miss having a cigarette and
a
that
coffee.
coffee in the morning.
Yup. It's the
I haven't
best.
done that in a long time.
Dude.
And I don't even drink coffee anymore.
Dude, I love that. That's the reason I smoke the most.
Yeah.
Because of that romantic, like the romance, whatever. The romance, yeah, the romance between the cigarette and the coffee in the morning and sitting down and being outside and then just enjoying the morning. He's like, oh, this is nice. Basking in
You're
the
just-
air,
just,
to hear.
just taking in the
Yeah,
day.
exactly. And then when me and my girlfriend used to live in this apartment down in TJ, we lived in the high end of TJ, which is it was nice. We lived on a hill. We had a balcony, and from our balcony actually, we can see San Diego. So I would go out on the balcony, and then sit down, drink a coffee, and smoke a cigarette. I would just literally be listening to like ska, and it's like really old school ska, like 60s ska, and I would sit down, and he's like enjoy it, and he's just bask. I'm like, this is good. This feels great. You know, that's why I kind of do miss smoking cigarettes, but at the same time I don't, because every time I go to the gym I can't run, and I feel like I have fucking asthma attacks when I'm trying to run 2 miles. I'm like, fuck this. But yeah, that's the main reason I like to smoke.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable, dude.
Yeah,
we used to do this all the time. We did it at 16. We were doing exactly that at 16.
Yeah.
When we had nothing to do, we would go to the donut shop, grab a fucking coffee, and then literally, I think, yeah, we would do this a lot. We would do this with a group of people. We'll buy some coffee, and 6 of the fucking morning, being 16, and not have it on a Saturday.
Yeah. You know what's different between this generation and our generation? Like, the people that go to Montgomery High School right now, they're all about, like, health shit, like, fucking eating healthy, not drinking and alcohol. But in our generation, it's like, oh, let's
all of that stuff.
Let's have a smoke and get something at the donut shop, and fucking let's ditch school and all that
get
shit.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
But see, that's different. But so now and then, when we grow out of it, we chose little things here and there. We used to kick it a lot at Starbucks. Remember?
Yeah, that we would have like the older like homeless people. Hey, I'll give you like some cigarettes. You give me a fucking
a pack or a bar or beer.
A 40 or something.
Yeah, exactly. And it was funny because that we did that then. Yeah, at 16, doing something that we shouldn't be doing. You know, like we were just like at 6 in the fucking morning. When
I'm sure there's kids out there that are still doing that right now. True. But we're not trying to recommend you do that shit. But
we're just telling you like what we did and we chose to do. We went to like being really fucked up to like being I guess kind of like semi-adults.
Right.
And we just like we would drink coffee and sit down and smoke a fucking
like cigarette. Even for me, like I haven't gotten asked for any like fucking high school kids for them to, ask me if I want to buy them a beer or a fucking pack of cigarettes. I wouldn't do that in the first place because that's not who I am. Even though it sounds hypocritical, but you
just come to terms. It's like
I think the last time that something like that happened was I just got a haircut. I was over there on Saturn, and I get out and I just got, after I got my haircut, I went to the liquor store, like right next to it or a smoke shop to get a pack of smokes. And some guy, like, he was like 19. This is when they changed the law.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
21. And he's like, "Hey man, you think you could give me a pack of smokes?" I'm like, looking at him, he looks old enough. And he was like, I was like, "How old are you, man?" He's like, "Oh, I'm like 19." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's right. I forgot they changed the smoking age."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna buy you a pack because I'm not trying to get in trouble, but I'll give you a couple of cigarettes. If that's cool with you." And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." I'm like, I was looking at like, God damn, that sucks.
I know, right?
Because you used to be able to buy cigarettes at 18 or 19, and now you can't.
Really, 21. Unless you know that cool liquor store owner.
Yeah.
So you're like a beer in a fucking pack.
That's how it was for us. Like when back in the day, like I remember when it was Exxon, there was this lady. She thought I was like fucking 25 or 19, and I would always go in there when she was working to get a pack of cigarettes. And then one day, she fucking she left, and I was like, God damn it, I can't get smokes anymore.
Your connect.
Yeah, like a little connection, yeah.
But yeah, that was that was us. That we came again. We went from we still did stupid shit, but I guess in the mornings we're like turned to like civilized people, and then eventually go, hey, this is boring.
Yeah, I think the difference is when you get older, you start to reminisce about things a lot. That's why, if you notice our podcast, we kind of talk about a lot of stuff we did before because we just like talking about it.
Not only that, there's not enough to cover.
This would be like a 4-hour, 5-hour podcast. Yeah. There's so much stuff to talk about what we used to do back in the day.
And I don't think people will agree with certain things we've done.
I could, if this podcast is still around by the time we're like 60, it's like, remember that one time?
I know, right?
Like old timers and shit. We'll probably change it to like.
Remember that time someone talked shit?
Yeah. I just told this kid one time. I remember yesterday to get off my fucking lawn. Shit like that.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's again, like to come to terms is that it's not that we miss that. It's more of like just the feeling that it was just hilarious. It's something to reminisce just because it's
something to look
like,
back on. Like, oh, that's an interesting time.
That was an interesting time. That was a weird. We were at a weird age.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's alright. I'm cool. I like it. I like being an adult. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it the most just because of as you get older, I guess you could say, you grow wiser, you learn more from other things, and on top of that, you get more respect because you're older.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of enjoy it more. I never was that type of person to go. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be 30. Oh, this is.
Yeah. You
Don't
know.
tell me that. I know people that
Yeah.
do that. Like, oh, I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
be.
I think when I turn that age, it's like, okay, that's cool. You know.
Yeah, and there's
It's a
people that actually
number.
trip about that. I'm like, oh, you're gonna be 30. That's cool. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't mind it. It's like
I
I
don't know, it's
kind of
like you're over the hump. It's like whatever.
yeah,
30 years
like
on this earth, who cares?
yeah, exactly. I'm like I can't wait to get older. It's like I kind of enjoy this.
Yeah, like when I turned 29, I was no big deal. Like, okay, I'm 29. What's new? Nothing. It's just another day, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I think the only difference is just like trying to strive for bigger goals. I guess that's the only difference. It's like, oh, but this economy's. I mean, as the economy goes, it's hard for everybody. It's not only us. It's just everybody
Yeah.
suffering through this shit. It's like no one. You
Yeah,
can't get a good
there's-
job, or you can't.
Yeah, finding a good job is almost not impossible, but you kind of have to know people.
Yeah, it's like again, like it's always
Yeah.
like it's not what you know, it's who you know now.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
connections.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, that's life. Fuck it, I don't know.
Yeah, but overall, I like this. I enjoy this. This is fun.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck it.
Well, we are at an hour, 10 minutes.
Cool, we're good. Then
Yeah.
I guess we'll cut it. We'll cut it short, long.
Yeah. Couple of things before we end this podcast. This our lower class podcast store is gonna be updated pretty soon. We're gonna have more variety on t-shirts, like different designs, and we're gonna have a different like right now we have the black and white lower class podcast t-shirt. We're gonna have black shirts with a white design because people are asking for darker shirts of that logo.
Yeah.
You know, like the white
Yeah.
white logo and a black shirt
Yeah.
or different colors because they want different colors because right now we only have the
white one, the standard.
Yeah, the just standard. You know, kind of basic. You know.
True.
So that's in the works right now. Yeah, you know, just look out for updates. You know, and that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. I guess we'll cut it.
All right. Thanks for listening.
This is Pony.
And this is Ziggy.
Bye, bitch.